New season of Call of Duty Mobile, and we are finally on Season 9. Besides the really cool new collabs that COD Mobile just dropped, of course, we have a brand new update, which means a brand new list of buffs and nerfs. And you guys already know what that means. That, of course, being a new top 5 guns list. As usual, I'll be showing you guys all of my attachments for all of the guns that you guys are going to see here. And I mean, if y'all are not using my builds, what are you doing? Because these slap. And for those of you guys that don't know, I actually just came back from Call of Duty Next. So make sure you drop a like down below on this video. And if we hit over 1,000 likes, I'll release the exclusive behind the scenes vlog with all of your favorite COD Mobile content creators. Now let's get right into the top 5 guns list. Kicking things off at number 5, we have the Ram 7. The Ram 7 is the newest gun added to COD Mobile that is on this list. But don't worry, it has definitely earned its spot, especially with the new Mythic skin coming out with it. This AR has been one of the most popular choice of weapon ever since its release because of its fast fire rate and easy to control recoil. And honestly, the time to kill for the Ram 7 is also quite respectable even without any buffs or nerfs this season. In my opinion, the current state of the Ram 7 is what the base of COD meta should be. It's a really good weapon that doesn't seem overly broken and OP, but it's still a fun weapon to use. So it definitely is one of the more balanced weapons we have right now in COD Mobile in comparison to some others on this list. And of course, the Mythic variant with the built-in red dot just brings it to another level. Plus, I do have to admit the Mythic skin itself is just ridiculously gorgeous in terms of aesthetics, so highly recommend y'all to grab this gun before it's gone. And you guys already know when the USS 9 Mythic became meta, everyone wanted this skin, but it was too late. So this is your chance. Wait, before we continue, a huge shout out to Call of Duty Mobile for sponsoring today's video. Drop a comment down below, what is your favorite meta of all time? Me personally, I have to give it to the Fennec meta. Those were the days. I mean, if you know, you know. Now let's get right back into the video. Next up on the list at number 4, we have the Type 63 Marksman Rifle. The Type 63 has been one of the top meta weapons since its release, consistently outperforming other marksman rifles, especially the popular SKS. It's definitely a higher skill weapon, relying heavily on accuracy and precision for it to really be effective. As a semi-auto marksman rifle that can 2-tap at long range and 1-tap to the head, it definitely rewards a good aim, but can be unforgiving if you're inconsistent. So what gives the Type 63 an edge over the SKS is the range of attachments available to improve both its mobility and fire rate, just making it slightly more versatile. But of course, both weapons are capable of 2 shots to the body and 1 shot to the head at almost any range, which makes them both extremely lethal in the right hands. So I'm currently using the legendary blueprint, and I have to say, the iron sight is super crispy and clean and very easy to use. That being said, most iron sights on the Type 63, whether from Epic or free skins, are pretty solid. So you don't need to spend COD points to get the legendary version unless you really just want that extra visual boost. I recommend giving this gun a try for a few games before committing to the legendary skin though. It definitely has a higher learning curve compared to full auto weapons, but once you do get the feel for it, the Type 63 becomes an incredibly deadly option on nearly any map. Now onto the number 3 weapon on the list. We have none other than the Oden. The Oden is by far the best assault rifle currently in COD Mobile. And it's been this way for the past few seasons as we've seen basically no nerfs to this weapon. With a slower fire rate, the 2-tapping ability for the Oden makes up for basically all of its downsides. This is one of the guns you will consistently see in top 5k rank lobbies because it's basically a fully automatic marksman rifle that can outgun actual marksmen like both the SKS and the Type 63. For all my AR and marksman players who like to hold down super long range ratty power angles and cross map players, the Oden is definitely a gun you need to try out. But of course, because of its slower fire rate, if you're not very accurate and a patient player, you might want to skip out on the Oden. The Mythic variant for this weapon is also ridiculously clean, and of course comes with that classic red dot iron sight, which I would argue is more valuable on accuracy heavy guns like the Oden in comparison to SMGs where you can basically hip fire at times. Next up, onto the number 2 weapon in Call of Duty Mobile Season 9. That, of course, being the VMP. Alright, this is by far my favorite SMG. Well, actually no. my favorite gun in COD Mobile to use at the moment. Not only is it one of the newer weapons introduced to COD, this has quickly become my most used weapon this season in terms of grinding ranked. It also is one of the guns that truly doesn't feel like it's broken or overpowered to the point of it being obnoxious to play against. As an SMG main, the VMP is truly the most perfect weapon to use at the moment without feeling like you're ridiculously above the rest of the meta. With an easy to control recoil for an SMG, you have a lot of versatility when it comes to building the VMP. Of course, it does have some damage drop off when it comes to long range, but of course it is an SMG and it's meant to be played like one. So for all my aggressive players who want to be able to run it down, create some space for your team, this is definitely a gun you want to be using this season. Having that fast rate of fire and time to kill at close to medium range means it'll be the most effective on close quarter maps like Nuketown, Summit, and Shoot House. The Mythic variant is definitely nice, but it's one of those guns where if you didn't want to spend $300 for a skin, you can still very much find a lot of success in using epic blueprints because of how good the iron sights are. If this list was based on my personal opinions rather than what is the current meta, I would have to put VMP as my #1. Now, before we get into the best weapon in Call of Duty Mobile Season 9, let me give you guys a few top secret weapons that didn't make the list but are my honorable mentions. I mean, these guns definitely can hang with the meta weapons right now. Up first, we got the DRH. Okay, I've been a DRH hater since day one, and I say this every single time. Honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but I've always been trash with this gun. That being said, the recent changes from last season completely flipped the script. The DRH got a major buff to its bullet spread accuracy and hand multiplier, which basically means it's now way more consistent at 3-tapping enemies. So this gun is definitely holding strong as one of the top meta ARs in COD Mobile multiplayer right now. The gun feels easy to use and it's a lot more consistent when going for those 3-shot kills, especially if you're landing upper chest or headshots from close to mid-range. On top of that, the DRH is one of the few guns that got a free legendary skin, and in my opinion, it's actually the best free skin in COD Mobile. Not just because it looks amazing, but because it's actually a meta weapon and you will actually get to use it. Personally, I recommend the Blood Rose Legendary Blueprint. It's my favorite DRH skin, but honestly, even some of the epic and free blueprints have really clean iron sights. So there's no need to spend COD points if you're just wanting to try it out. If you're a high accuracy player looking for a medium to long range AR with solid 3-shot potential, I highly recommend giving the DRH another shot. The next honorable mention has to go to the XM4. The XM4 has quickly become one of my favorite guns to use this season. It's easily one of the most well-rounded weapons in COD Mobile right now. Similar to the Ram 7, I would argue that this gun is not too broken and it feels just very smooth to play with. With a solid time to kill and super manageable recoil, this AR is perfect for players at any skill level, from beginners to seasoned grinders. It also comes with a high ammo count, so if you're the type to spray and pray, hey, I'm not one to judge. What really makes it stand out though is its speed, at least for an assault rifle. The fast reload times, the quick ADS, the solid movement speed, almost giving it an SMG-like flexibility. This makes it a great hybrid weapon that can adapt to various playstyles and situations. If you're using the Mythic variant, the built-in red dot iron sight definitely helps a lot with accuracy, making it easier to land shots consistently. And the new season battle pass does come with a absolutely insane looking XM4 skin that I got to test out, and I personally really liked it. This is one of the most versatile guns in the current meta, so definitely give it a go. Now, finally, the last honorable mention has to go to the HS-0405. I've become a huge fan of the HS-0405 over the past few seasons of COD M, and if you asked me a year ago what I thought about the shotgun, honestly, I would have talked a lot of trash. But now I've got to admit, the HS is like the KRM on a whole different level. I'm not even a shotgun main, but I still think this is one of the best close range weapons in the game right now. While it definitely has a higher skill ceiling, the HS is insanely effective at close to medium range and works great on almost every single type map. It's also one of the few shotguns you'll actually see in professional play, and for a good reason. The range is incredibly impressive for a hipfire shotgun, and its one-shot kill potential is consistently high. With solid mobility, the HS lets you play fast and aggressive, making it a great option for pushing or holding tight angles. I definitely recommend giving this gun a shot in your next ranked match, because hey, you might be surprised. Alright, now the moment you have all been waiting for, the #1 gun in Call of Duty Mobile Season 9. But I mean, by no surprise, it has to be the USS-9. Of course, no surprise here, the USS-9 be number one. And with the new season, no new significant nerfs to the gun, which just means this SMG will remain at the number one spot on our list for yet another season. But of course, for many of you guys, it's actually a good thing because COD Mobile did just re-release the Mythic variant for the USS-9, which we all know has been an absolute fan favorite. The USS-9 was actually nerfed in Season 8, but both nerfs were so insignificant that the SMG still remains at the top even after the nerfs. With a fast time to kill, easy to control recoil, decent damage at basically every range, and now the fact that the mythic red dot iron sight skin has been re-released, I mean, this just solidifies the USS-9 as the number one weapon in COD Mobile. And maybe it might just be the best gun of all time because I truly don't remember when a single weapon has been at the top for as long as the USS-9. But hey, this is your chance. Drop a like down below in the video if you want to see the USS-9 finally get nerfed. Maybe Activision will hear us. Alright guys, that wraps up my top 5 guns list of Season 9 in COD Mobile. Let me know in the comments, did you guys find any of these guns to be surprising? Why or why not? And of course, make sure you guys drop a like down below if you guys want to see all of the behind the scenes footage with all of your favorite COD Mobile content creators at COD Next. Anyways, that's all from me. I'll see you guys on the live stream.